Hey, if I ask you a question, who makes more money, the NBA or the entire music industry, what would you say?
Say it with me.
Does the music industry make more than the entire NBA?
Let's check that board. That's a yes, folks. The music business balling harder than the league itself.
I'm here to talk about how the music industry is a pretty lucrative industry, yet we have no healthcare, no pension, no CBA, and when we get sick, we gotta make GoFundMes or pass around the church collection plate or prayer. Let's start with the total money, the total revenue of the entire NBA. $11 billion, that's the NBA. Now let's look at the total revenue for the entire music industry. Industry reports show recorded music hit $36.2 billion. If we add in the live music industry, what gave us another $23 billion, we are almost at $60 billion of generated total revenue. And that ain't just double, that is over 5 times the size of the NBA's. So next time you're fighting over a couple $100 in them producer fees, we cannot forget these numbers. Music isn't by any means a poor industry, it's just a poorly organized one for the creatives. But these multi-million-dollar NBA players recognized and fought for something that us songwriters, producers, and artists didn't fight for yet, and that's the collective bargaining agreement. Players are guaranteed about 50% of the income. That means out of their $11 billion, nearly $6 billion of it goes directly to the players. Before the owners take a single dollar of the profits, players get paid. Music works the opposite way. We have no one fighting for the creatives. It's every artist for themselves. In music, the floor is zero. There is no standardization of contracts. So if you can sign somebody for $2, you can sign it for $2. Actually, most of the time, it's negative. You end up in debt because you pay the crew, you pay the production, you pay the travel. There is no minimum wage in music. Now here's where the lie falls apart. They tell the artists, they tell the creators, there's no money left to pay you, we ain't got it. But the profit reports say otherwise. Universal Music made $2.9 billion last year. Sony Music made $2.3 billion last year. Warner Music made $1.4 billion last year. Spotify, 1.5, Live Nation, 2.15. We haven't even factored in Apple Music or YouTube Music or any of those type of things just yet. That's over $10 billion in operating profit. This isn't revenue, this is surplus. This is after the salaries, after R&D, after stock buybacks. The money already exists. So a 1 to 2% pension carve-out is nothing more than a rounding error for them. But for us, it's the difference between retiring and starving. Here's what that NBA split buys you. After just 3 years in the league, you get $57,000 a year in pension. And up to $200,000 for vets, lifetime healthcare, and they match your 401k. But in music, your pension is zero, your healthcare is zero, your retirement plan is a GoFundMe link. If you fall off, you fall. If an industry makes $50 billion, and the people who make the product are dying from preventable health issues or dying broke, that's a scam.